The latest models of cars are cooler than ever, incorporating new technology, and they're also becoming safer than ever. A lot has been learned from crash tests by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Kelley Blue Book's Karl Brauer is here with some insight this morning. Good morning, Karl. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Great to be on with you.
It's good to have you. Can you explain for our viewers out there what exactly is the IIHS small overlap crash test? What is this?
Absolutely. This is a test that looks at how a vehicle performs when it's involved in an impact that hits the extreme right or left side of the front of the vehicle. Think, basically in the area of the headlight.
Right.
And it's a very challenging test for cars to perform well on because it's outside of the traditional frame rail area that would be able to support the vehicle if there was an impact that was, more mainstream in the front end, that involved more of the front of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And if you don't have good energy management, you can end up peeling the car like a potato and really compromising the passenger compartment.
Yeah. What are the crash test results? What do they evaluate specifically?
They really look at how well the passenger inside is protected from all this energy and that there's no intrusion from things like drivetrain components or wheels or suspension pieces. And that's really where the Honda pilot and the Honda engineers focused, was to manage that energy even in this small overlap test, to send it into things like the rest of the body structure and around the passenger compartment. That's really what they're looking at.
So how do they do that? What specific vehicle features, and I guess really the technologies, what features help protect passengers in these type of crashes?
Well, with the structure of the vehicle, what you really want is some high-strength steel. And if you look at the Honda Pilot, you see that there are certain areas. We've got images that show you where the high-strength steel was located in the vehicle. It's both lighter and stronger than traditional steel. They were able to take almost 300 pounds out of the car in this latest redesign, yet at the same time make it stronger to resist intrusion and to protect passengers in the case of a heavy impact. And then there's also technology that avoids the impact in the first place, active technology that will warn the driver of an impending collision and even apply the brake if the driver doesn't apply the brake themselves. And these are all necessary components to do well on these tests. That's how the IIHS measures the vehicle to see if it'll get the top Safety Pick Plus rating like the Pilot did.
It's amazing how precise this technology is and how it can help save lives. How far really have we come over, I guess, 20, 25, 30 years ago in terms of these crash tests and what they've been able to determine? How much safer are cars nowadays?
It's been a real sea change over the last 20 to 30 years in terms of the safety technology involved in cars. You have much stronger steel. You have a much better awareness of things like crumple zones, passenger positioning within the car, managing energy, and of course the most recent things are these active technologies that can avoid the accident before it ever even happens. So it's a whole new world of passenger safety in cars, which is good because at Kelley Blue Book we've got over 20 million people shopping cars every month, and we're able to see what they look at and what they care about, and safety is always in the top two priorities for people. They always want a durable and a rugged car that they can depend on, and they want it to be safe if there's an accident.
Yeah, I've always been fascinated by these crash tests. How many cars do they go through in a year on these crash tests? Any idea, Karl?
There's about 300. Yeah, there's about 350 new cars sold every year, and I think they're testing a good chunk of those. Certainly the volume models. In any one year, they might only get to say 30 to 50, but then over the course of 2 or 3 years, they've touched on most of them.
Right, makes sense. Where can our viewers go online for more information?
If they want to go to Kelley Blue Book at kbb.com, they can find out all about the different features that these vehicles come with, and there's crash test ratings, of course, their pricing and their values. We've got a full suite of research available. They can also go to automobiles.honda.com, and they'll learn more about the Pilot and other new Hondas that have these new technologies in them to keep people safe. And they can go to IIHS.org if they want to learn more about the specific crash test procedures and how they're rated and what goes into making sure the cars are safe.
Yeah, a lot of information between those sites. Karl, thanks for your time this morning. Good to see you.
Great talking to you. Take care.
You too. Mary, over to you.